Atlanta voters can head to the polls starting tomorrow for early voting in the city's mayoral race. The top candidates facing off last night in a debate co-hosted by WSB-TV and the Atlanta Police Foundation. Addressing the city's rising crime, plans to hire more police, and boosting law enforcement morale were all hot topics right off the bat. While more than 2 in 5 voters say they're still undecided about who should succeed Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, the new polling points to former Mayor Kasim Reed and City Council President Felicia as the 2 frontrunners. But there's also another key race heating up in Georgia. Former football star, MAGA acolyte Herschel Walker is making headlines for fundraising that brought in a whopping $3.7 million since the start of his Republican Senate campaign just 5 weeks ago. Walker's challenge to Senator Raphael Warnock has amassed an average of $100,000 in donations every day, according to the Walker campaign. With Trump's seal of approval, Walker is shaping up to be the GOP's choice in the already nail-biting 2022 Senate race, meaning it is extremely likely that Georgia will have a black senator next time as well. It's just might not be a black senator elected by black people. Here with us tonight, former Atlanta Mayor Kasim Reed. Mayor Reed, thank you so much for joining us tonight. So you just came off a debate. Your opponents keep pointing to the federal corruption investigation that came from your 2 terms as mayor. Do you think you've overcome that criticism and can overcome it with the voters heading into the polls?
Well, I think my opponents are discussing a federal investigation in which no wrongdoing by me was found, and I'm the one on the ballot. I also think it's important that in every public poll, Charles, I've been in first place. So, in an election, you rely on how voters feel about you. And so I'm going to put myself in the hands of the people of Atlanta, and they've never let me down before. And so I feel real good about where we are. We've been in the first position in every poll, including the most recent one, and we're raising more money faster than any individual who's ever offered themselves for mayor. So I trust the people of Atlanta, and I feel good tonight.
The city of Atlanta is facing some real hurdles. Crime is up like in many other major cities around the country. The community of Buckhead, one of the wealthier communities in the city, is threatening to secede from the city, and the city is still bouncing back economically from COVID-19 and what the kind of wreckage that has laid waste to the economy. How do you plan on addressing all of this simultaneously?
Well, I think, Charles, we're not just experiencing a surge in crime, we're experiencing a 58% increase headed towards 65. And we had 157 people murdered last year. We're on target for a higher number. So I think the most important thing you can do really is to restore the torn relationship between the community and the Atlanta Police Department. And I think given my experience running Atlanta, making it the safest city that it had been in 40 years, opening 33 recreation centers for young people as safe havens, which reduced teen crime by 25%, decriminalizing marijuana usage, requiring body cams for our officers, making sure we had third-party involved investigations, and hiring 900 police officers, which made us the safest that we had been. And so I had no intention of offering myself for mayor. When Mayor Bottoms made the decision to move her life in a different direction, literally hundreds of people called me and asked me to give it consideration. And after prayer and thoughtful conversation with my family, I know that I'm the right person to reduce the level of crime and violence in our city, which is the reason that the Buckhead community would like to secede from Atlanta. I can do it quickly, but I can also do it in a manner that's consistent with our city's values.
So, Mary, how do you balance these 2 things? Right now, you're coming off a summer of protests after the murder of George Floyd, where many people were demanding reforms in policing, and some people were even calling for defunding of policing and shifting resources from police departments to other agencies that should be responding to things like mental health and what have you. at the very same time you had the uptick in crime. Do you believe that you should be increasing the number of police officers at a time that many people think you should be reducing the size of the police force?
Yes, Charles, we definitely need to increase the number of police because it's been allowed to shrink down to 1,340 officers. And at the exact same time, our population increased by 17.4%. So we added 71,400 more people to our city, Charles. That's more than Boston added. That's more than the city of San Francisco added. So really, the problem has different dimensions than simply hiring more police. 1,340 police officers isn't the allocated police that we had already. The number was 2,040. But what happened is through attrition and through non-responsiveness and through the tear in the relationship, that number has been allowed to go down to 1,340. And I don't know any competent mayor or competent executive that believes that you can grow your city by 71,000 people and then reduce your police force by about 35 to 40%. That's not good management. And so we need to thoughtfully restore our police force, but we also need to train. One of my dear friends is a gentleman named Mayor Raz Baraka in Newark, New Jersey. He reformed his police department. They reduced crime by double digits, and they didn't have one single officer fire their gun last year. So I think that what we can do is to look to people who are doing the job well. I believe that London Breed in San Francisco is doing a phenomenal job as mayor, using care teams for mental health emergencies rather than sending the police. And so what I'm confident is at the end of the day, the people of Atlanta are going to elect me because they trust me to restore safety and our sense of community to the city of Atlanta.
Absolutely. Just give me very quickly, on the percentage wise, how much of your approach to crime reduction will be increasing police, and how much will be other kind of mitigation efforts? Like you said before, previously you had instituted, programs in community that help reduce teen violence. What do you see the breakdown of that?
Charles, I think it's going to be as close to 50-50 as possible. So we definitely have to increase the number of officers because 1,340, nobody agrees that that's the right number. So we've got to build that back. But what we're also going to do is we're going to open every single recreation center in the city of Atlanta. We're going to serve warm meals. We're going to have technology. We're going to have tutorials. They're going to be open 6 days a week until 7 p.m. That takes an awful lot of pressure off of families in the city of Atlanta. We're moving forward with 6 weeks of employment for every teen between the ages of 13 and 18 in our city. All of those individuals will be paid $15 an hour for a minimum of 6 weeks a summer so that we can reconnect our young people with work. So while the number of police gets the headlines, Charles, if you look at my mayoralty through 2 terms, we did an awful lot more than just hire more police. We focused on helping and enriching the lives of young people. We started a scholarship initiative, or not started it, but continued it, that paid the college tuition of young people that had graduated from APS who, but for us, wouldn't have been able to go to college. So police gets all of the headlines, but what I can assure you tonight is that I'm a Black man every day, all day, and I never forget my lived experience. And I understand that while police are needed, there's so much more to keeping our city safe.
Thank you, Kasim Reed, so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it.